All right, guys, let's go ahead and state the obvious here. The obvious number one is that it is a horrible day for a video. It's raining, it's wet, it's cold, it's been overcast for the last 2 days. But, like the US Post Office, rain, sleet, or snow, we're gonna make a video. I know that was corny and dope at the same time, but just go with it, guys. New video today. Alright, squad, so the purpose of today's video, I couldn't even do a cool ass cinematic like I normally do with the door and walking through it and all that stuff because it's raining and I don't want to get the camera wet and so on and so forth. The purpose of today's video is I want to talk about what trim is right for you. And when I say trim, I'm talking about what what model of the Charger or the Challenger is right for you. I'm going to go into obviously everything from the standard edition, the SC, all the way up to the SRT HellCat, and I'm going to kind of explain some of the differences, even as far as performance, look, interior and exterior, and of course price. And I definitely want to give you guys kind of an accurate depiction of what you are to expect as far as price is concerned. And this is coming directly from Dodge.com. Whatever dealership that you actually go to and film from, you might be able, or whatever dealership that you actually go to and purchase from, you, wait a second, my GoPro's messed up, hold on. Let me bring this right here. Yeah, so like I was saying, most likely, whatever dealership that you go to, you're going to be able to talk them down. So the prices that I give on here are going to be kind of general, but I did want to give you guys some kind of a pricing point. Let's go ahead and get started on the video. Why? Well, I'm on the passenger side. Damn it. I'm trying to be cool. Now we can get started with the video. Normally I will vlog and drive. You know, I'll have my my right arm on the camera, left hand on the steering wheel, if you know that 2 Chainz reference. But normally I'll actually vlog while I'm driving, but the conditions are so bad today and it's just so dreary. And if you know anything about people in the South, whenever it's bad weather, it's like people decide they want to speed up and do everything that you're not supposed to do. So I'm just gonna park somewhere and set up shop, and we're going to talk about it. Get gas, we're going to go to the spot, talk about it, and we'll work it out when we get there. All right, see you in a minute. All right, squad, so we did make it safe and sound. Thankfully, as you can tell, it turned out to be just a horrible day here. It's raining like crazy. We're parked, we're chilling at the park. Probably can't see it behind me, but there's actually a lake behind me, but whatever, you know. I made some notes here as far as the different let's see here, trims, and what trim might be right for you and what may not be right for you depending on your taste and so on and so forth. You know, everybody's different, but everybody obviously wants, you know, big V8. Everybody wants the Hemi, but depending on your price range as far as your budget is concerned, you may be able to get just that, the Hemi, with all of the interior features and whatnot, and be able to come out pretty reasonable as far as price is concerned. The good thing about Dodge, from what I understand, is that you look at the Demon, for instance, that's an 840 horsepower car. Now 840 horsepower in any other car in the world, whether it would be like a Ford GT or, no, obviously not the Ford GT, but any other manufacturer, I can imagine they'd be charging easily probably $150,000 plus, just plus. I mean, just the base, 120 base just to get into the car. I think they're running that right at 90,000. And, they're probably mark it up to, I think it's like 84,000. They're probably mark it up to like 95, a little under 100, but still just the kind of car you're getting. 840 horsepower, over 200 miles. Big, huge tires. Come on now, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't get a car like that with any other manufacturer under that price or at that price point. It just wouldn't happen. Now, getting into it, let's start off with, going from you know, I'm not going to say the bottom to the top, but let's say it's going off from standard to the SRT. So the standard edition, which is just the standard SE, that's literally what you'll see on the back of the car as far as the emblem is concerned, doesn't have the Hemi, comes up to about 30 miles per gallon, you know, 30 miles per gallon, up to 30 miles per gallon, I'm sorry, up to 30 miles per gallon, 292 horsepower, 3.6 Pentastar engine, which is what I have in this car. Doesn't come with fog lights, and it doesn't come with the huge 8.4 inch touchscreen. It just comes with the, I think it's like 3.5 or 5.7 inch screen or whatever. It's just like to show you your current modes that you're in or whatever, the temperature and such. But 27,000 is basically what Dodge advertises that at, and that's the base. You're not getting leather seats, you're not getting the 8.4 inch touchscreen. You're getting up to 30 miles per gallon as far as mileage is concerned, which is great considering what kind of cars we have, considering the fact that, you know, it's a big V6. Even though it is a V6, it's still a relatively big car. You know, it's a big sedan. You know, looking at that price point, 27,000, that's the entry level and just the base model Charger. That's not bad at all as far as I'm concerned. Not bad at all. That may be something that if you're not necessarily a car enthusiast, but you just kind of want something that looks nice, that has a lot of space on the interior, you don't care about the performance, you don't care about the tire size, you don't care about the size of the engine, you don't care about the horsepower, you know, obviously top speed, things of that sort, that may be an option that you want to pursue. You know, it's the base model, but still a great car. Doesn't come with the fog lights, doesn't come with the xenon, you know, the white bright lights, doesn't come with that. Does come with the daytime driving lights. That's pretty much standard across all the Chargers, so you're definitely getting that. What else am I missing here? It just comes with the basic SE emblem on the back, so no, you know, no Dodge, no Hemi, no anything like that. And then the front grille, instead of it being all black like mine is, like a blacktop package, it's silver. So moving on to the SXT, that's the next level up. Still a V6, still dealing with the 3.6 Pentastar, right at 292 horsepower. The SXT, depending on what trim you get in, and in this video, I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty because Dodge has so many different trims within trims. It's ridiculous. You know, you can literally get a SRT that doesn't have leather seats, or you can probably get a Scat Pack that doesn't have leather seats, which is baffling to me, but you know, that's a different story altogether. Looking at about 29,000, you can probably talk them down to 26, 27. 29,000 SXT model, that does come with the 8.4 inch touchscreen. It's an option. It doesn't come standard. You can option it out for the 8.4 inch touchscreen. And depending on what model of the SXT you get, and I'll get into that a little bit later, it can either come with the 18-inch standard rims or it can come with the big 20s, which can lead to, you know, the 235-inch tires or the 245s, the Firestone Firehawk GTs. The SXT does come with the fog lights, and they are the white fog lights, the white xenon fogs. As far as the headlights are concerned, it's a toss-up between the old halogen yellows and the xenon whites. It just depends on how you option your car out. Obviously it comes with the V6, the 3.6 liter Pentastar. There's no option in that whatsoever. Performance, once again, there is no option there for performance. I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't have the active exhaust, doesn't have the active sport mode. I mean, it's literally just a step up from the base SE as far as looks and kind of, you know, amenities are concerned in the interior of the car, you know. Moving on. All right, so the Rallye package. The Rallye package, which is what I actually have, comes with the 20-inch rims, comes with the 245-inch performance tires, the Firestone Firehawk GTs. We've already talked about that, so that's nothing we have to go over. The big 20-inch rims, the black front grille, the blacktop package, comes with the fog lights, the white fogs, comes with the white xenon headlights. It comes with the Rallye badge on the back as well. Let's see what else here. It comes with the sport mode, has sport mode, and has traction control off and on. I'm not sure if that's standard with the other models that's below it. So the good thing about the Rallye, it comes with the sport mode, comes with the 8.4 inch touchscreen that you can get, obviously, navigation. What else? Heated and cooled steering wheel, heated and cooled seats, leather seats, no problem at all. You can get the Uconnect system so that you can make calls wirelessly. You can give Siri commands if you're using an Apple iPhone. And the sport mode, for all of you who aren't familiar, will actually adjust your acceleration. So it kind of gives you that active, active cold air intake feel, in the sense that you're getting a quicker acceleration. I can tell. I'm not sure about you guys. Let me know if you have this package and you have the sport mode, but I can certainly tell when I have sport mode engaged. And you'll see a little checkered flag. It's actually in green, but you'll see a little checkered flag on your DID. And more giddy up than, just the regular modes is concerned. You can change your steering wheel comfort. You can change your they say that it has sport suspension. I'm not too sure how accurate that is. So the Rallye package, right at 300 horsepower. The purpose of the Rallye package is to be kind of that in between the SXT at a V6 and the RT at a V8. Now, obviously, you're not getting the Hemi, you're not getting that powerful V8 engine, understandably so, but you are getting something that's just slightly less powerful. But as far as the comfort and the luxury and the look of it is concerned, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the Rallye and an RT. That's something to consider there. If you want that in-between look, but you don't want to go all the way for the V8, the Rally's the way to go. And the price for the Rallye, basically what they're asking is right at $30,000. And of course, you can talk them down. I certainly did. Now, moving on to you guys' favorite here, the RT. RT, obviously, road and track. Comes with the Hemi, the 5.7 liter Hemi, 370 horsepower, 245s all the way around, 20-inch rims, fog lights, the white fogs, headlights, the white headlights, or you can actually get them halogen as well. I don't know why you would. Comes with all of the basics, interior amenities that the Rallye came with: the leather seats, the 8.4-inch touchscreen, which you can obviously get navigation on. Comes with sport mode, track mode as well. That's the difference between the Rallye and all of the other Chargers, but all of the other trims beneath it is that it does come with a sport and track mode. If you do buy the Charger sport and track, right at about $34,000 for the RT. Obviously that can be justified because you're getting that big Hemi, which is what Dodge is known for. You're getting that big V8, which is obviously going to give you that great power. So that's kind of, some people would say that's a justified jump between the prices is concerned. Prices of a V6 to a V8. Gas mileage is going to be significantly worse if I'm not mistaken. You look at my previous videos for that. I didn't get a chance to look them up in this one, but you can look at my previous videos as far as the gas mileage is concerned, and you'll notice that it's significantly worse, obviously, because it's a V8. Not a knock against V8s, but it's just, it just is what it is. This mode, this is kind of a specialty build for Dodge, and this is the Daytona. This is not the Daytona 392. This is strictly the Daytona RT. Now, if you're not familiar with that, guys, you can actually get the RT package as far as the 370 horsepower Hemi, the V8 engine, the V8 370 horsepower Hemi, but it's going to have the look of the SRT. So the bumpers are going to be different. The front bumper as well as the back bumper is going to be different. It's going to look like the SRT, but it is still pretty much an RT. It is still pretty much an RT in the sense that the performance hasn't changed. There hasn't been an upgrade from the RT. Now, they obviously are going to be asking for more money. That's right at $39,000. You can probably talk them down there. 16 in the city, 25 on the highway, miles per gallon. The one difference from all the other pages is that you do get the Dodge pages, the Dodge performance pages, not the SRT performance pages, but you do get the Dodge performance pages. It does come with the performance exhaust. Once again, another difference from the RT. The performance exhaust is not an active exhaust. It pretty much is passive. It is performance exhaust. You get the same V8 5.7 liter 370 horsepower engine. Nothing's changed there. The look of it changes. You get the RT package. Not the RT package. You actually get the SRT fenders, bumper and front and back bumper. And that changes your fog light patterns as well as just the overall look of your front grille. You guys should know that that kind of gives you that mesh look as opposed to the black plastic that comes standard with the RT and below. You get the one bulb fog light as opposed to the 3 bulbs with the other packages, which is still just as bright. Don't look at it like it's not as bright. I don't think it covers as much as wide of a you know, as wide of a distance as the models below it, because I've seen mine, and mine, the one thing about my fog lights that I really like is that they function as more than just fog lights. Like, they almost function like, you know, floodlights, in a sense that they illuminate not only what's in front of me and what's below towards the ground, but they also give me a wider field of vision, like an extremely wide field of vision. Like, people flash me all the time. And when I say people flash me, like when I'm on the runway and I'm coming one way and they're coming an opposite way, people will flash me and blow their horn at me all the time when I got my fogs, because they're just so bright. And like I said, they will flood into the other lane. They will certainly do just that. The Scat Pack is the next step up. We're looking right at 39,000, and so they're charging right around the same as the Daytona RT. Gas mileage is right around the same there, 16 to 25. Horsepower, significant increase, 485 horsepower, 6.4 liter Hemi V8. You get the active exhaust, you get the big 245s all the way around. You stick with the 245s all the way up into the HellCat, guys, so I can go ahead and just stop saying that. Active exhaust, you get the performance, let's see here, performance pages. You get the Scat Pack emblem on the grill up front, as well as the grill, as well as the emblem in the back on the trunk. Obviously, you get the SRT look and feel. A lot of people consider the Scat Pack an SRT. I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit, because when you look at the difference between the SRT 392 and the Scat Pack, there really is no difference. The difference is cosmetic. I mean, the emblems are different. You know, the SRT 392 obviously has the SRT emblems. The Scat Pack, they call the Scat Pack an RT. I consider it to be an SRT, but you know, what you know, the difference is the brake size. I believe the brakes on the SRT 392 are bigger. And then the flat bottom steering wheel. So instead of it being round, it actually does have a flat bottom steering wheel on the SRT 392. And then you get the SRT pages, but once again, not as big of a difference, you know, not enough of a difference for me to pay another $10,000 for. Not nearly as big of a difference. And that they're asking right at 39,000, probably 40, 42, something like that. So it's a little bit, it should be the same as the Daytona, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, let me know. The Daytona 392, since we're talking about Daytona, let's make the transition. Daytona 392, 485 horsepower, 6.4 liter V8 Hemi, active exhaust. You get the Dodge performance pages. You get the Daytona emblems and the graphics. You get the emblem up front, and you get the emblem in the back, and then you get the graphics, obviously, which definitely sets the Daytona apart. What else are we looking at here? The Daytona is going to run you right at 44,000. Moving into the SRT 392, which is what they would call a step above. You're getting the big brakes, the big Brembo brakes. You're getting the SRT modes, the SRT pages, as opposed to the Dodge performance pages, which obviously gives you a little more, you know, a little more. Gas mileage is right at 15 to 25, so it did get a little bit worse, understandably so. Bigger engine, heavier car, better performance, worse gas mileage. That's kind of how they go hand in hand. That's kind of how cars correlate nowadays. So, let's see here. This one is going to run you right at 51. Now, you're paying for the SRT. Once you get those 3 letters on your car, you're going to pay for them, because the next step up is the HellCat. So you're going to pay for an SRT. If you want a legitimate SRT, and you're not one of those guys that's going to have an RT Scat Pack and rip the emblems off and put SRT on it, you want the real deal, you're going to pay for it. Now, on to the big one, the HellCat. I didn't include the Demon in this one because a lot of the specs on the Demon are still kind of, you know, fuzzy as far as, you know, the price is concerned and some of the performance or whatever. But the HellCat, 707 horsepower, 6-piston Brembo brakes, red key unlocks the full potential. The black key gives you 500 horses, no fog lights for cooling issues of the engine, obviously. You get the SRT look and feel all the way around. You get the SRT pages. You get the SRT emblems, SRT performance pages, that is. And they're asking for right at 70,000 plus in some circumstances. Whenever you go to certain dealerships, I'm quite sure they'll probably mark that up to like 80 plus or whatever. Once again, you get 700 horsepower sedan, 275s all the way around. That's the key difference. That's the only trim that you're getting. The 275s all the way around is in the HellCat. You're getting the big 275s all the way around. 6-piston Brembo brakes, SRT pages, SRT emblems. The hood scoop on the front is different, obviously, for cooling issues. No fog lights, like I said, that pertains to cooling issues as well. Instead of having fog lights down there, it's just a mesh, kind of a mesh vent to allow for more air to get into the engine. Cooling, of course, understandably so. That's not the kind of car that you want to be driving in inclement weather, just because it's got so much horsepower and it's a rear-wheel drive car. You will lose traction immediately. Even on the dry, perfect surface, you'll lose traction. But yeah, that's the top of the line right there, guys. So at the end of the day, it comes down to preference, it comes down to budget, it comes down to practicality, right? Like myself, I don't have any kids, I'm not married. A HellCat would do me just fine. Well, a HellCat would do me just fine from a performance perspective, because I would love to have it and it would suit me, it would suit my, you know, my personality. But considering that I work in one state and I drive another, 13 miles per gallon, absolutely not. That'd be horrible. That would be horrible, and it would be my daily drive, if you ask me. I would love to have a HellCat. I plan on owning one in the future if they don't come out with the Charger Demon. I'm definitely going to stick with the Charger. I love the Challenger, but I just love the Charger. I love 4 doors. I love all of this back here. You know what I'm saying? So that's that as far as the HellCat is concerned. Now, me personally, my favorite trim level is now, like I said, it depends on what you want. Now, with me, it's the HellCat. With you, if you have a family, obviously you would probably want to lean towards the Charger. If you have a family going from A to B, you know, I don't like the idea of just having, you know, your Charger as the weekend car. It's meant to be driven. Cars are meant to be driven. Driving. SRT 392, Scat Pack. Scat Pack is the perfect blend of power, look, and practicality, I think. All right, squad. So all in all, the most important thing to remember is that with any with Dodge, you have more options than you think. I mean, Dodge meets the requirements and the demands of pretty much any consumer you can imagine. Whether you want performance, whether you want comfort, or whether you just want something to get you from A to B, you can do that, and you can do all that for a relatively good price, right? So that was pretty much the purpose of this video, guys. I just wanted to run down some of the different trims and kind of give you guys a feel as to the differences between all of them, you know, from the standard to the HellCat. And like I said, I left the Demon out on purpose because some of the information on that is still kind of blurry as far as the price and the performance is concerned. So I didn't even want to speculate on that. But ultimately, guys, that's the situation there. I mean, with Dodge, there's something for everyone. And like I said, I did it based on the Charger, obviously, because I own a Charger. You can pretty much correlate everything that I say with the Charger to the Challenger. A few differences. I think the Challenger, instead of the Daytona, they have the TA, the Trans Am package instead of the Daytona. So they got the Trans Am 5.7 and then the Trans Am 6.4. So like I said, just correlate one to another. Pretty much the same thing. Engine and performance, tires, rims, everything the same. Yeah, with that being said, guys, I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if I missed anything or left anything out or just was incorrect on something. Shoot me a DM. Leave a comment. Let me know what's up, dude. Once again, I appreciate it. You guys take it easy. And, of course, have a great day.